Hey guys, what's going on? It's MajiinBae. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over Fizz Samira, which is pretty probably, common. You've seen it before. Fizz Samira was like the premier aggro deck for a while, back when Samira was super duper busted, and now it's coming back with a lot of decks that don't have a ton of cheap interaction. Elusive threats are really good. We've seen this with the rise of Teemo Elusive's Ionia and also Teemo Puffcap combo. This deck looks to do the same thing, except you have a super powerful like endgame thing of Shelly plus Burblefish. I've always preferred this version of Fizz Samira over the other ones, but right now this is the one that's getting by far the best results, and the results are like really, really good. It feels very, very strong to play. There's a lot of decks that just can't deal with what you're doing, and also if you run into like the elusive cheese type of decks, you just beat them because you have so many elusive threats. You have elusive threats, you have removal and stuns, right? And then you have a much, much bigger endgame with the Shelly Burblefish stuff. They're not gonna be able to kill your Samira, who's just gonna start picking stuff off. Very, very good. You get a lot of the best tools in, well, a lot of decks, honestly. Heavy Metal, very good against Vaintrox and Jax Ornn type stuff. Pirouette is just honestly a busted card. It's so good. And then Samira is still one of the better champions in the game. The only card I'm not really sold on is Inferna. She's elusive and she is a bit of a card advantage engine, but she can be pretty clunky. Right now, the decks that have removal, I feel like they're mostly Shadow Isles, and Culling Strike is kind of everywhere, or whatever that card's called. You know which one. Soul Harvest. Soul Harvest is everywhere, and it does kill Inferno for cheap, which I don't love, but I'm going to leave it in there for now. It is nice to have another card advantage engines that's not just like Barb Chain and hoping to swindle some good stuff off your opponent. But the deck's very, very good. If you preferred the Fizz Samira decks of the past, you'll probably like this. We had to move away from Powder Pandemonium because of the big nerf, but mostly for your mulligans, you're looking to find like Fizz, Samira. I do like to keep Stylish Shot in a lot of matchups. And then sometimes there'll be something that's like really good against something specific, right? If you're playing against like Jax or Vaintrox, you probably want to keep Heavy Metal, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I figured we'd just take it on ladder. We're at like 383 Masters, hoping to get up closer to 500 by the end of the video. That's the hope. So let's just jump on ladder and we'll see how it does. All right. Oh, Teemo. All right. Now you do have to like put pressure on your opponent still. Mulligan Shelly, Mulligan All Out. We're gonna ship one of these, probably the Heavy Metal. We do have to put some pressure on our opponent. We can't just like kill their Teemo and then be like, okay, we're good. We're not gonna get hit by Teemo, because like eventually we will lose the game. This is not a good hand. Hello. We drew the most expensive cards in our deck. That's fine. We'll figure it out. All right, there's Samira. That's a good draw.
No need to make a name for myself. Just an impression.
If she gets Mystic Shot here, it's not the end of the world. Wonder if this version's running Group Shot then. Not Group Shot, sorry, Pytos. Looks like it probably is. I'm still going to make them have it. Right, maybe they have double Poison Dart instead, and we get to kill this Teemo before he gets to attack. Not lucky. All right. So we're going to have some Puffcaps in deck. I think we'll likely look for like a turn. We're not going to get it on turn 6. Maybe like a turn 7 win.
I'll scout ahead.
Ouch.
Size doesn't mean everything.
Take
Play
the
Samira
shot
again.
or lose the chance.
This is spooky. Didn't expect our opponent to be able to flip Teemo. We could Pirouette right now, but like I really wanted to play Samira. All right, let's try to force the issue.
Hope they're watching.
Sure, that's fine.
Style never fades.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
I'll have what he's having.
I think I like Inferna, because Teemo won't be able to attack through Inferno. And if I just like Pirouette and our opponent levels Teemo in response, then we're in trouble.
They grow up so fast.
We shouldn't get hit by Teemo
What a
ever again.
collection.
That's at least the plan. Especially once we get into like this kind of stuff. The third Samira. All right. I mean, those are good draws, I suppose.
Never know what hit 'em.
We do unfortunately take a decent chunk of damage. I think I'm just gonna go Shelly.
Deviation. We cover Moonstone.
Moonstone. We have 13 puff caps in deck. Not where I want to be. Maybe we go Shelly Samira. Like Fizz next turn, then Samira. Then we can like activate pirouettes a bunch of times. Try to get a bunch of cards. That seems good. I kind of like that. I would love to draw like a warning shot. All out. Stylish shot is just as good, actually. So let's start with Fizz. Yep. Probably should have started with Samira. I was kind of trying to like
I excel at
force my
making
opponent to cast something
heads
first, but it wouldn't really matter.
roll.
I've memorized all the vandal.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna go Stylish shot. One. And stun. I'm gonna go after this anyway. Let's see, what's our best hit? Something like Burblefish could be really nice. Warning shots. The Plunder Fearsome one. Okay, yeah.
My collection.
I agree with our opponent here. A Mushroom Cloud is better than a Teemo, so might as well cast it before Teemo does. Oh, Elegant Edge. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I can't activate this again, but I think that's probably fine. Is it fine? No, I think we need to let it go. I think we go like this, and then we'll like flare and kill Ava. I don't think we can allow our opponent to keep Ava, right? Another pirouette. Ouch. Or 10. Not exactly the life total I'd like to be at. Challenger.
Who's hungry?
How much damage is this? Did I just throw?
No problem.
Well, I just threw. I didn't take into account that we had pirouette. So, no, I did not throw. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, can we kill our opponent? The answer, I think, is no. I would have done 4 more damage, 5 more damage, and then I would have had this and this, so we would have been just shy. Okay, we only have 21 puff caps. Which means if our opponent Karina's, the average is like 4. We hit like 4. And Karina Condensed Karina, they don't quite have the resources for. They need like some monument.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Go like this. I want to level her. Because if our opponent like plays some monument, I want to make sure that we can get multiple attacks next turn. Yeah, there it is. Take our level. Get our pump.
Beautiful and brutal, just how I like it.
The problem is if they have Karina Condensed Karina, like they only have what, 2 cards left, but if it's Karina and Condense, we're in trouble all of a sudden.
There they go. Pay dirt.
Looks like it's not. Otherwise, they would have left up some resources. Could just be 1 Karina, though, and they're hoping to get there. Oh, come on. 3 puff caps, an average of like 1 per draw. We hit 3. Oh, that's annoying. What do you have in your hand? Okay, I would have loved if it was Karina. Wouldn't that have been like, if I grab a Karina and kill them? Okay, I'm not going to, but like, wouldn't that have been so funny? It looks like they don't have one. Which would be great. Oh my god, I have Inferna on board. I honestly just forgot I had Inferna. Okay, well, I might die. So that was dumb. That's so stupid. I can't believe I just did that. God, we got a little unlucky with our puff caps. We hit 5 this turn.
Excuse you.
Our opponent has Mystic Shot. I can't cast this other Swindle. And if they have double Mystic Shot, they like win anyway, so it doesn't matter that I'm pointing this at Shelly. I guess if they have like a Pie Toss, so perhaps I should have pulled back Inferna. God, I can't believe I hit 5 off 2 cards. Condense on Chump Wump, huh? Okay. Then you're gonna Mystic Shot my face? Yep, alright. They're just loading up on puff caps here.
That's a harvest right there.
Mystic Shot this. Okay, we'll do this. Just to get the trigger. I get a flare. We're gonna put a couple of puff caps in our opponent's deck. So we're likely to take one. They're likely to take a few. The plan is to make it more than a few, right? Stylish Shot. Don't cast the second part. Attack. Because then we want her to like. We want to rally afterwards, right? We need to make the attack first. We know this is Mystic Shot. How many puff caps is this? This is not 1 of 2, so we go like this.
Isn't it thrilling?
That adds 2 more damage. That's 8 more puff caps. Plus the 4. They currently have 64 puff caps.
Try to keep up.
It's a pretty insane turn. How many is that? 140 puff caps. All right, let's add a couple more, yeah. Get the pump.
I'm ready. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
What is that? 272. If I lose this game, I'm gonna throw a fit, man. All right, 280, I believe. 280 puff caps. It's my 48. If I hit 1, I die. What? What?
Let them have this one. They seem to need it.
What? That was ridiculous, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so dumb. Modern Italy. I don't know what that could be. I do know that I'm happy to see the Samira in my hand. Can they kill Inferna? Don't think so. Only by like giving her vulnerable, right? Also, this new Samira skin looks so good. Probably just pass. I can play Samira next turn. But like, if they play something, they go, oh, there's no Samira. And then they play something, you just get to kill it for free. Yeah, so I will play it here, and if our opponent just like
Making
flips
heads
up the
turn
vulnerable
and
granter
roll.
and we trade, that's okay with me. Oh, nice. That's cool. I'm not mad about that. Okay. That's annoying, though. Is All Out worth it? Maybe.
Come on,
I don't get to challenge
fella.
this, but I don't
Where's your
I don't
spirit?
particularly care overly much. Perhaps they have like a pie toss or something, but I really want to tick this down. I think I'm just gonna send in an open attack.
Hope they're
We'll
watching.
play Inferno post combat. Nice, we get a flare. Love to see it. Is it the ambush?
Nako
Noko talk.
Nice,
Sure.
flamethrower hatchet gun.
We can start like churning through cards here if we want to next turn with Inferno, or we can play Shelly and set up for like an insane turn 6. Kind of depends on what our opponent does. Like, I'd like to play Shelly, but I'm scared of things happening that make it bad for me. So I think we'll go like this. Deal 1 and stun. This could be Avenging Messiah. Stylish shot, huh? I mean, I will probably play that. Yep, you can have another 3-1. That's okay with me. Maybe we barb chain first just to see what we hit. We're going to be trying to flip Samira, so we can go like barb chain, stylish shot, burble fish, and that flips. Heavy metal. Oh, maybe we do not play burble fish this turn. Go heavy metal here. Nako top. I'm assuming you're going to flip. What is it? All right, I just want to know what it was. Yep, that's okay. Wow, really? Oh my god. That sucks. That sucks. I was thinking they didn't have it, because like surely they would have just cast it. And all I had to do was cast Stylish Shot first. Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Oh god, those are not the best hits. We were hoping for something cheap. We can make it work, but
Today I am feeling great.
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
This girl
I think it's Shelly time. We go Shelly, barb chain, double burble. Oh, I was really hoping for like warning shot or something I could cast this turn. Our hand is weird. I feel like that's kind of what I needed before. Okay. All right, we got some good stuff now.
Position compromised.
Just throw the board away, honestly. Okay. Samira,
Take the shot or lose the chance.
if they can't kill our stuff, they're about to have a bad time.
Nice.
Looks like they might be about to have a bad time.
Let me at
It's a lot of mana they're just holding up, though.
Neat and quiet. Huh, my mama would love you. Want to prove yourself? Now's your chance.
They'll just flare. Give her the level. I mean, I have a lot of resources up.
Anything back. I won't.
I mean, I have a big board. They have a lot of resources up. I don't know why they have so many resources up. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Huh, okay. Ooh, stylish shot. So we go here. Here.
This should be fun.
Here.
This is gonna be fun.
And everything gets sent in. I don't know, it looks pretty good to me. We can get another pump with our prize fights. What is it? It's not Judgment. I know that. What do I think this is? I have literally no idea. Wallop? Maybe? Okay, quicksand, sure.
You should watch this.
Lightning Rush. Okay, that's annoying. I want the flares so that we can get a rally. Or I guess I could just shoot them. Right? Like if this goes through, I just ping them once and they die. This is second lightning rush. Is it Rite of Negation? They die to Rite of Negation. Like if their card's Rite of Negation, I'm pretty sure they die. Because I get stylish shot back, right? And I just shoot them. So they have to have something else. There could be another lightning rush that hits Samira. I guess that would be annoying. But like, they still just die, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. Man, this deck is like so explosive. It's definitely slower than like traditional Fizz Samira, but I think it's so much more fun to play because you get to do those insane turns. Ash LeBlanc. Max got the tracks. I think we gotta watch out for Reckoning. Obviously, they're gonna have freezes and stuff. I'll keep one stylish shot. I'll pretty much always keep one stylish shot. The plunder, like the free plunder activator, plus the consistent damage makes this just, I think, a worthwhile keep. It's great for Father Fury. It's great for the 1 mana one. It's great for Fizz. I will absolutely heavy metal the 5/1 challenger. Okay, we're a bit unit light. I'm sure I'll make it work out though. We can steal one of theirs with Swindle. Fizz. Hi, I'm
Oh
Fizz.
boy, here I go.
Boop. Some of that. That's a good hit. Can bail us out of a Reckoning. That's really funny.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Man. Nice. That's 6 damage. Do that. Oh, it works. Awesome.
Remember me.
I'm not gonna swindle yet. Let's just hold it up. Another stylish shot.
The best lies are beautiful.
Very stylish. Sure.
My move.
Sure. Let's go. Warning shot. Barb chain. Because I want to be able to level Fizz, and I want more cards. Because right now we're not really doing anything else besides like just attacking with these 2 elusives, which to be fair is quite good. Okay, if we're going to play into Reckoning, we need to know that we can beat it. I think we can.
Follow me to victory.
Not Reckoning. They're so dead. They are so dead. All right. Stylish shot. Some of this. They could have like brittle steel. Which could matter. So let's think about how we want to put our pumps out. Like I don't just want to send this because then Fizz gets brittle steeled. I guess it doesn't really matter. If there's 2 brittle steels, it'd be kind of annoying. I could pre-commit stuff. Like I could go warning shot and then Elixir of Wrath here, and it pumps Fizz out of brittle steel range. Or I could just spread the love and go like Elixir of Wrath, warning shot. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Elixir of Wrath here, and then warning shot. And now brittle steel does stop 6, but we still hit for 9, and we would get stylish shots back. Flash freeze. Yep.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Casual turn 5. GG. Nice. Nice. Man, this deck is really good sometimes. Against decks that can't really interact with you, you do some gross stuff.
That was fun. Hey, how come they're not?
All right. Ooh, Shen Jarvan. The challengers can be annoying in Shen Jarvan. But if you can get off to a quick enough start, it usually doesn't really matter overly much. Do I want to keep Father Fury? I think so. I'm gonna mulligan Father Fury. No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Okay. We landed on keeping Father Fury. I have like 6 plunder enablers. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 6 plunder enablers with like the warning shots and the stylish shots. I figured we'd be able to use it okay. Elegant Edge. Nice. We'll go with Father Fury. I don't think our opponent can stop this. Noxian Tellstone's actually like an incredible card in this deck. Sharpen Resolve just gets people because no one expects you to be able to pump that much.
Protect their own.
Alright, no single combat. Isn't it so weird? For those who've been playing this game a long time, isn't it weird to not have to play around Sharpside anymore? Or is that just me?
I am one with the
Double
land.
Caretaker. Wow. Alright, I think I'm just going to go Warning Shot, Elegant Edge.
2 worlds, 1 balance.
I don't have a Pirouette, which would have been incredible here. Oh look, Pirouette. Perhaps we play Inferna? See what happens. I'm like not really gonna get in with Elegant Edge anyway. If our opponent plays Shen, that's kind of annoying.
The eye of twilight sees all.
But not
Then
like the
I hope
biggest
he
deal.
is pleased with my
I gotta do
progress.
this. Crack in for a bit. There could be a single combat, but I'm still going to get my stylish shots. Okay. We're hoping to get to use a pirouette this turn. The 3rd stylish shot. Well,
So I go.
just an open.
Nature blesses her followers.
A lot of damage. Or just throw away Father Fury? I think we do. I think that's too much.
My father's blade.
That's
The
a lot of
balance
healing.
has been maintained.
Nature blesses her
Nothing
followers.
really I could do about it. I can Noxian Tellstone's Whirling Death to like make it trade, but our opponent's still gonna get the life. You just say okay. Unfortunate as it is. I don't know if I can do this much damage. This is gonna be difficult. Play a Burble. For 4. Ouch. Alright. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill them. We're gonna have to try to survive another turn, likely. Shelly. I mean, that's a great start.
Sweet Admiral Shelley.
Just please don't have a combat spell of some kind. That would suck. Gross. Ew. Ewy. stun Shen? I gotta stun one of these, right? I guess I stun Shen. Hope to hit some burbles off Shelly. A rally? God. I don't even think this deck plays that usually. Because the problem is now I don't get to, like, keep my board. Right? Like, if I just got to keep this board, I'm attacking for 3, 7, 10, 12. Plus I get to pick up my stylish shots again. Another barrier. Gross. That doesn't help.
Who goes there?
We're pretty dead.
Observe, learn.
Can't use that.
I never surrender.
Man, that's brutal.
My grove. Retreat. I give up.
Take a little bit of damage. We're dead to, like, basically everything here. It's not going to bail us out. Challenger unit is good. Guess I just, you know, I mean, obviously we get the plunder, right? Another Inferno. Okay, that could do something.
I sense an imbalance.
So I go. We obviously chump. Well, we play Inferno. And then we need to draw, like, Father Fury type stuff to keep the chain going next turn.
Vine and wisp. Steady my hand. Nature blesses her followers.
Deal. Okay, so our opponent will have gained 20 life this game. Start.
Nature blesses her followers.
That will do it. Whew, man. Yikes. That went very well for our opponent. Skatus on Vayne Pantheon. Now, I am not a Pantheon believer. I think Pantheon has not been good for a long time. But I know that that's a bit of an unpopular opinion. We're going to keep heavy metal because, you know, Vayne. Just take our pass. We'll probably, like, it's likely we pass because we want to get double use out of this plunder. Father Fury first. That way we can see all our options. It's an Elixir of Wrath. That's a good card. Oh, you have nothing? You're gonna have a bad time. I'll just take my lumps. I mean, I'll just take my damage. I'll use this later. That's funny. Because of Shelly, I might even be able to use it.
Cast off your fear and stand.
Opponent
as
has
one.
single combat, which is, like, annoying. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Another Shelly. God damn. I will make use of my attune.
Follow me to victory!
Just gonna single combat. Cataclysm. Taking my pumps. Now they get to single combat like this. That was maybe a mistake. Yeah, search warrant? Oh, okay. Definitely thought there was going to be some single combat shenanigans. If our opponent blocks this, I just get to Heavy Metal Pantheon,
Remember this.
which releases the Shelly. Why would anybody play Heavy Metal? That's ridiculous. Nobody plays that card, right? Yay! Welcome back. Yep. Not surprising. Our opponent had a very slow start. All right, we're not quite at 400, so I would like to be at 400, so let's do one more. Heimer Jace. Okay. Matchup can be tough sometimes. They have like Quietus, Soul Harvest, that kind of stuff. So let's full mole. That's a much better start. Fizz is like maybe the most important card in this entire matchup. Fizz is very, very good in removal heavy decks. Against removal heavy decks, sorry. Like, we can just go Fizz on 2, Stylish Shot, jam. That's 3 damage, right? Stylish Shot, jam. Again, 6 damage. Should I bait it? Should I bait the Quietus? I'm gonna bait the Quietus.
Yep.
Aww, our opponent didn't fall for it. That's so sad.
This is gonna be fun!
Yep.
I help when I can. Shut
Okay,
up when
I'll
I can.
play Samira. I
Don't
expect
ask
her
for
to die
permission or forgiveness.
to either Quietus or Soul Harvest. Or Aftershock. But we get to go like
Style.
we get to go Stylish Shot, Father Fury next turn, which is incredible.
She kicks, huh?
And then our opponent like has to start trying to deal with that, and then boom, Shelly. And slam the door, right? That's the plan. Guile's not a bad card. Two of 6 on Fizz. So we got a little bit to go, but we'll level him pretty quickly. Opponent's deck does have some like life gain, but not a ton. It's basically, oh, that's so insane. It's basically just like Piercing Darkness. Not basically just, that is it, I believe. That's all the life gain.
Come on, Nugget. We got
Can't believe we just hit all out. That's so ridiculous. Yeah, but we'll keep it in our back pocket. If I play Shelly and our opponent Shock Blast, they just lose the game. If I have all out, right? Our opponent does something like play Jace, they lose the game on the spot. They play Heimerdinger, they lose the game on the spot. All right, that technically keeps them like alive, but does it really? I'll gain 4 life and use the attune. Oh, cool.
Commence operation!
Ikaba Moonstone. flare. Glad we saved this all out. This goes up to 3. And yeah, we're just going to play Shelly next turn. We'll have double Shelly, full board of elusives. Our opponent's only got 6 mana. No shot they have anything that they can do. Ooh, Burblefish. Welcome to the club. I would follow you anywhere, Shelly. I would die for you. That's messed up. That's messed up. All right, cool. There's just so many times where your opponent's draws just won't let them deal with what you're doing. Like, you're just gonna get a lot of free wins, which is exactly what you should be doing. Unfortunately, didn't finish anywhere near the 500 we were hoping for, but we did go over 400, so that part's nice. I think this deck's insane right now. I think Fizz Samira is really, 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 really powerful. And if the meta wants to continue to like close their eyes and go la 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 to like small ball threats like Father Fury and Samira and stuff, then they are going to pay the consequences. I think this is probably one of the better decks you can be playing on ladder right now. Absolutely top 3 deck. So yeah, don't play it. Let me play it. Everyone else just continue playing dirtily decks that can't do anything. Okay. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you everybody for coming. I'll see you next time.